Hello folks, my name's John and I work at West Polden Lodge, and I'm out for a walk in my local country park today. I'm going exploring. Do you like exploring? Well, the native North Americans liked to explore, and when they went exploring they made something called a journey stick. They especially did this when they went somewhere new that they'd never been for the very first time. And what they did was they collected plants and seeds and things like that that they hadn't seen before, so they could take them back home and study them to use for food or medicine and things like that. So how do you make a journey stick? Well, I'm going to show you. First of all, you need a stick. So I'm going to have a little look around on the ground for a decent stick. So I've got a willow stick here, and it's about as long as my arm and about as thick as my thumb. And that's a perfect size for a journey stick. So I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk and I'm going to show you how to make one. Come on. Okay folks, I haven't actually walked very far on my exploration, on my journey, and I've found a really nice piece of pine twig. Okay, and that's going to be the first thing that I'm going to add to my journey stick. And I need to attach it right at the top, right at the beginning of my journey. But how do I do that? Well, there's two ways to do it. Now, the native North Americans used to use twine or string. Okay, and I've got a nice long piece of string here, and I'm going to tie my pine to the stick. Let's see, I'm going to tie the twine on first. Okay, there we go. Make it nice secure. Then I've got my pine, and I'm going to take it there, and I'm going to wrap the string around it to make it nice and secure. Do it lots of times. Nice big piece of string. Okay, tie it off so it's nice and safe. Oh, it's a long piece of string. It's coming. There we go. So I've got my sprig tied tightly. But why did the native North Americans use string? Well, guess what? It was because sellotape hadn't been invented. So you could use sellotape. If you haven't got any string, you could use sellotape to attach things to your stick. But of course, remember, it won't work when things are wet. Okay? So only a couple of rules when you're doing your journey stick. Please don't pick wildflowers. We don't want to put wildflowers on our stick. That's how wildflowers become rare. And also I like them to be there for everyone to see. And the other thing, please, no live animals. Please don't stick any spiders or woodlice or beetles on your stick. That would be cruel. Okay? Right, let's go and see what else we can find. Come on. Okay, so I've walked a short distance through the woodland here at the country park, and there's lots and lots of windfall leaves on the ground here. I'm just looking around, I can see sycamore, beech, but I've seen this lovely oak leaf, and that's going to be the next thing I'm going to attach to my journey stick. So I'm going to put the leaf there. Okay, I'm going to bind it round, get it in place. That's it. Just okay, so I've now got the sprig and the oak leaf, and I've also seen over here there are some larch cones. All right, so I'm going to take one of them. Look, I've got a lovely larch cone there, and that's going to be the next thing on my stick. I'm going to bind that round. Okay, more string. Okay, there we go. So I've started to make my journey stick. We've got the sprig of pine, the oak leaf, and the larch cone. I'm going to continue up the hill here and see what else I can find. Come along. Okay, I'm at the next stop on my journey, and I'm really excited because I found this quite magnificent buzzard's feather, and that's a great addition to my journey stick. So I'm going to pop that on there. That would have been really good at the top if I'd found it first. Okay, this might take a little bit of binding. All right, so I'm going to get that string all the way around. All right, that's it. Tie it around a few times. That's it. Wow, look at that. Okay, buzzard's feather. Come on, let's see what else we can find. Okay, so I'm standing underneath this fantastic beech tree just now, and there's lots of beech leaves lying around on the ground, but I have found a nice beech twig with lots of leaves on with this beautiful sort of brown copper colour on it. So I'm going to make that the next thing on my stick. Oops. Fingers and thumbs. Right, so put that there. I'm going to bind it round. There we go. Alright, so I'm adding to my stick all the time. Let's go and see if we can find something different. Come on. Okay, so I've come to the end of my walk today, or the end of my journey, and I've added some seed heads along the way. I've come under this ash tree. This is going to be my last stop on my journey. There's some lovely clumps of ash keys on the tree, which is the ash tree seeds, and there's some lying on the ground here. So I'm going to take a clump. They're a little bit brittle, but I'm going to use this as my last item on my journey stick. I'm going to bind them on. Okay, there we go. So I just need to cut that to tie it off, but there's my journey stick. I've got some fir or pine needles, a nice oak leaf, I've got the larch cone, the fabulous buzzard's feather, some beech leaves or beech sprig, some seed heads from flower plant, and some ash keys. Okay, we would love to see your journey sticks. You could post them on our Facebook page, West Bowden Lodge. Okay, enjoy your walks.